Last mission. Final boss
mode. Indeed. So we'll go on to our next topic, which is a preview of probably the biggest fight this weekend, and actually several interesting cards. We'll get to them by tomorrow or whatever. But yeah, definitely this fight is probably the biggest one, probably the most known. We have Vergil Ortiz, pretty much like one of the biggest prospects in boxing. I don't know if you want to call him a prospect or a contender. He's
a legit contender, bro. Cut this prospect shit out.
Well, let me see. I think of anyone that's less than 20 fucking fights, unless you're from Uzbekistan.
Josh Taylor's the best prospect, then.
Yeah, I don't know. It's old school mentality because I'm not used to fighters that actually willingly put themselves in the fire so early. It's kind of a rare.
You want dudes that had that Ricky Hatton career before they step up.
Yeah. So we got Vergil Ortiz, and then we got former 140 champion Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, and this one is just like, first of all, this fight came out. I was like, man, I didn't even think because Hooker, we all thought he had signed with PBC. Because because we got in this case because the Hooker Regis Prograis fight from summer fell apart when it could have been revived after COVID because of a whole bunch of weight. This should be 144. No, this should be 146. Nah,
it should be 145.
Yeah, 145. Like, I was like, nigga, just make this shit 147 and fight. God damn it. Like,
Dude, low key, it just feel like Prograis ain't want to fight.
Right? Yeah, it did seem like that move. Yeah.
But it also seemed like Hooker was like, but I think Hooker wanted to raise it to the full limit. That was the problem.
Yeah, because this nigga couldn't fucking lay off the ice cream to get down to 144. The fuck.
Yeah. But look, Regis Prograis would have still been the favorite, and it's like, dude, just take the fucking fight, man. Look. The reason when I say and I fucks with Prograis, like his style and everything, he's a good young fighter, but the reason when I say you could tell who wanted the fight because who got the tougher fight first?
Hooker did, definitely. Although Prograis did fight before Hooker because we didn't know.
But yeah, it wasn't no fucking fight like this.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Who got the tougher fight first? Yeah, if Prograis was on, if Prograis really wanted work like that, and I'm talking about that level work, he would have made that fight work, or he would have went into someone equally as dangerous.
Word.
And remember, he was gonna be the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, the guy that you're supposed to beat is gonna be a little bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
You a puncher?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong now?
Yeah.
That's like you. It's like swimming in a fuck. I don't even have bars for this one. Like,
yeah, it was
mind blown.
It was just a whole lot of fucking. But at least Hooker redeemed himself. Because we were like, oh, he's on PBC. Oh, well, he's not doing anything. Like,
now Prograis attaching his name to the Tank and Broner, and he said Mario didn't want to fight him, so he just like, now he's fighting on Triller, so
yeah,
maybe it work out for him. Maybe that's gonna be a good real look, raise his profile. But
and we'll definitely talk about that Triller card because a little later in the month or next month or whatever.
Hooker just ended up finding a real fight, and maybe this a fight that's more difficult because I don't know, man. Ortiz a fucking beast, like,
right?
Yeah,
I think Hooker had a better shot at Prograis, honestly.
He probably did, So, Pilot, man, tell us your thoughts about this, bro.
I think, like mentioned, it's definitely a candidate for maybe a fight. I'm hoping it's a candidate fight of the year. I mean, I'm thinking the matchup's great. I mean, you got a guy that at 140 who scooped up at 140. He came a long way from those generous draws. I'm talking about Hooker. Those draws he got, and he got like 3 or 4 of those draws where it's like, okay, you're trying to maintain that zero. But he redeemed himself definitely. Obviously, the Ramirez loss kind of etched in my mind, so I just don't see it. I mean, it's going to be a great fight, I feel like, but I can't see Ramirez. I can't see Hooker maybe beating Ortiz. I don't know. I know it's too early to say that for Ortiz. I don't know if you guys want to label him as a prospect, but I think Ortiz is going to get him.
Yeah, and you're right about because I think that's. I mean, for as much as leveling up that Hooker did, especially coming from a lot of draws that he probably should have lost. Like that Ramirez fight, like it was, although it was close though. Just the thought of him, bro, was getting his neck snapped all the way the fuck back brutally, like that, and you're thinking to yourself like,
I picked him.
Yeah, I did, and because most of us are not impressed with Ramirez. We're still not.
Styles make fights.
It does, and we're thinking that Hooker maybe at least had a right hand for him because because I mean Hooker can't. Dude, Hooker does have a right hand on him.
Look, if I pick Ramirez to beat Hooker, Ortiz, I'm picking him to like make KO at 5th round. Because he's like Ramirez on like
steroids. Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's how
I feel weird about saying that now. Like, back in the day, used to be like, man, that nigga Kobe like Jordan on steroids. Like, he young, he's that. And you're like, yeah, word. But, Jordan. But now when you say that, it's like, damn, maybe that nigga on steroids.
Go ahead, my bad.
What I'm saying is like it's like you see so many people beyond that shit. It's like people might take it the wrong way. So I just try to say like something else, like beast mode or Super Saiyan, or I don't know. Like
I'm classifying this fight as this is gonna go in this should be a fun fight for as long as it lasts category.
Yeah, because like I said, in terms of Hooker is slightly better. I think it's like an inch or two in height, but he has like a 10-inch reach advantage over Ortiz. I think something like that, something crazy.
He got pop. He got real pop.
He got real pop, and that's the thing is like, for Ortiz to win, Ortiz has to stay in this dude's chest because Hooker's infighting isn't where it needs to be. He's more effective when he's on the outside. If you put him on the outside, and you let him throw that right hand, like in the Saucedo fight. Saucedo pretty much got drunk off right hands, and that's why he eventually got KO'd. Hooker cannot be pressured on the inside. If Hooker allows him to get on the inside, then it's gonna be a wrap, and it might be a wrap early.
Yeah, because he stays up high. He kind of fold like he covers up, and Ramirez, if he goes low, high, then low. He'll keep backing him up. He'll hit him with them overhand rights.
And Ortiz goes to the fucking body. Like Ortiz,
He's a maniac. Like, man.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Like, I feel like Hooker's the first real puncher he's fighting, but Ortiz has fought some guys with heavy hands. So I think he'll get accustomed to accustomed to the power. Like I think early, like.
He's gonna need to.
He's gonna need to, but if he needs it, like, I don't know. It's because me and P had a conversation about this yesterday, but I guess he needs it when the hits come. He needs to see them coming, because I think Hooker has a type of power where if Ortiz doesn't see it coming, he could probably get a flash knockdown.
Right. Yeah.
So he definitely want to see them shots, like. Like he can't get caught with no type of those shits the Breakers was getting caught with, those punches you don't see is coming, is hit you the side of the head. Like, so yeah.
And the funny thing is too is Hooker is a big underdog in some places, and I thought they would put some respect on dude's name, but I've seen him like between 400 and 600 for underdog, plus 400, plus 600 for underdog. I'm like, wow.
Nah, hold on. Let me see.
I've seen it. Like I've been looking. I'm like, it's like, that's fucking crazy. Like he shouldn't be that fucking high. And here's another one. Plus fucking 700. Like that's fucking crazy to me. Like honestly, if you were looking for like a safe, maybe a bet, maybe you want to put like $50 or some shit like that or whatever, you might as well throw something on Hooker with them type of odds, man. Jeez. Like that's crazy to me. He should. I mean
you know what? It's like you're right, but I agree with you and I kind of disagree with you.
No, I understand that. I can see how you would, but it's just to me, it's just like dude did enough to put you can at least put some respect on his name. Like Yeah, the man was a champion. The man took like 4 zeros in a row before he fell to the 5th one. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you want to put him like 200, maybe 300 max, but geez, when you talk about 400, 500, 600, 700, that's like disrespect to me. That's like real disrespectful.
Oh, okay. That one, Bovada, he's plus 700, Ortiz minus 1200.
Yeah, nigga, to me, them odds is like some bullshit. But I understand how you would disagree, because I can see it too. But it's just like,
look, man, they looking at the Ramirez fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they saw this nigga get bobbleheaded, nigga. So it's like, nah, like this, this ain't no way this nigga's gonna win.
Wasn't Angulo looked as the favorite over Cintron?
Yeah,
and we know why, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Angulo was like the bigger, badder version of damn Margarito.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't
see what Margarito did to Cintron twice.
Yeah, Angulo, came in the ring, wearing them YMCA dog collar chains and shit like that, looking mad. You know what I'm saying? And Cintron was over here crying like he had some emotional problems. I didn't want to say the B word because that's disrespectful, but he was crying and shit like that. And he ends up
pulling off a good upset win. Like I was low key impressed for the first 4 rounds.
Nigga, I was upset Cintron won that damn fight. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
And Angulo was sick that fight.
Yeah, he was, and he won that shit clear. Like I couldn't even. I was like, God damn it, yo, this Cintron really outboxed his ass. Like this, he didn't get hurt either. I was like, what is this? I was like,
the thing is, like, he really tested Angulo's chin, because like he dropped a few like bomb right hands back then. I was like, oh shit, like them just was solid. Like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, this nigga had clarity today. Fuck.
So I think that's how they looking at it, because that's crazy. Like, the only fight that's, I think, a bigger discrepancy is Bitter Beef. Yeah,
the Bitter Beef and his mandatory. And
even Dylan White fight ain't that far.
I'm saying though, so yeah. If I'm Hooker, I'm hopefully maybe I'm extra motivated to upset the apple cart, because like I said, Ortiz has been passing his test, so it's not like we can't. So look, he's not happy to, like, Ortiz has fought a lot of different type of opponents. He stopped fighters who have not been stopped before, like I think Orozco's one of them, Herrera, Brad Sullivan. Like these are cats I don't think I had been stopped before until they fought him.
Low-key almost has a better resume than damn Prograis.
True. the only thing Prograis has, obviously, because he has a title win, on his resume. But but a Hooker win, if Ortiz beats him, it'll definitely speak volumes, and like, because I think we all think that Ortiz is definitely ready for a big fight. Like I know some of us have
Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, Terrence Crawford, or even an Ennis fight or whatever. Like, I personally want to see. I want to see.
Don't waste the Ennis fight this soon, bro. Like, nah, you crazy?
Nigga, I want to see that shit. I was like, you know what? These two are like.
You sound like Lukey now, bro. Like,
nigga, I still want to see it, because I'm like, yo, these two are like at the top of their powers, like right now. Like, I want to see.
Not yet. No. That's a little. You rushing it a little bit.
That's one fight that definitely I have no problem marinating. Like, that needs to build up more. Like, Ennis has a big fight coming up.
Like, he do. Yeah, Ennis has his own big fight coming up for sure.
They both need 2 more wins before we even think about matching them up. Because if they keep going up the ladder,
let Ennis go through Lipinets, and then maybe we'll see how that goes.
True.
This is one of those fights you would like both of them to have a title, or at least one of them have a title.
Right. Absolutely.
But just to have them like beat each other up in a loaded 147, hell nah. Let them kind of. They need to be the ones replacing the old top 5.
Yeah, because a lot of the top 147, they're not long for this division, anyways.
Yeah, and we need to replace that. So they're the guys who get the Ugases and Jamal James and the Danny Garcias and the Mikey Garcias, the Jesse Vargases, and Josito Lopez. Them type of dudes. Like, we need some of those names before we start saying, all right, match them up. Somebody got to have a title. Because this might be one of those fights that just change somebody's career afterwards.
But also, yeah, because definitely, I mean, for Ortiz too, like I'm tired of him having, one of the WBA's GameStop, the gold welterweight title. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I want him to get a legitimate title because unfortunately, like he's on Golden Boy, so. Depending, I mean, obviously, personally, I think he could probably beat Ugas now. Like, I don't think highly of Ugas as welterweight champion.
Yeah, he's 50-50 with Crawford for me, in my opinion.
You know what I'm saying?
That fight, he need to take that.
Yeah, I'm still, like I said, I know the WBA stimulus. Sometimes you gotta, you upgrade, and that's how, and it happens though. But I'm just like Ugas though. I mean, I would have had Jamal James. Like I could have handled that, but. Ugas as WBA's legitimate welterweight champion. I don't like it, but it is what it is. That's
I'm the guy who allegedly doesn't like Cuban boxers.
Yeah.
And look at you going in on Ugas.
Well, it is thing because I think there's a lot. I mean, Ugas, for the hype he gets, like most people forget that he struggled with Thomas Thornbury like badly. So it's just like. All of a sudden, like he's getting more than this the belt stimulus, bro. So it's just like
he needs to fight Jamal James again.
That's also facts too, and he beat him before. So, but let me not stay off too course with that.
Because people are like, damn. So y'all done with Hooker Ortiz? Like,
no, we're done with Hooker. So yeah, I mean, definitely, Hooker Ortiz. I mean, to me, it's a 50-50 fight. Even though the odds makers and the bookies.
It's not. No, be honest. It's not a 50-50 fight. Be honest. Like, right.
The way they're talking about it's like a 90-10 fight, nigga. So it's like, I mean, it's even
That's
enough.
What I'm saying, but it's not a 90-10 fight. It is not 50-50.
70-30.
70-30.
I can see that.
Ish.
I mean, I think it's 50-50 because, like I said, because Hooker does have plenty of experience. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's a former world champion. People, like he does. And I'm not even a Hooker. I'm not even a Hooker fan like that. But I have to put respect on what he did because I thought he'd be jobber status by now.
So, but okay, you're not picking Hooker, and then picking him and putting money on him is two different things.
Well, see,
because with those odds, like everybody who's gonna bet Ortiz might just put a little something on Hooker, like fuck it.
I mean, yeah, because Hooker, I mean, Ortiz, like, I mean, when you're minus 800 favorite, like, what the fuck? I mean, unless you want to put big stupid, racks on dude, like it's.
Nah, you just gonna put a little bit, but I'm talking about like your real pick is usually your real bet.
Right. Obviously, I'm not betting on this fight though. And if I had to pick,
it's not worth it unless you pick the knockout round or some shit.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You can eat with that, then yeah.
Yeah, if you're confident if you're confident on the on picking the actual round, like I used to eat with those type of bets, then yeah, that's cool. But
you gotta have the right type of fights.
Right, and most of us, I mean, I think all of us agree that this fight will probably end by knockout. But I mean, yes, I mean, you're right. I would.
It's like what round though? Honestly, I can see like anything within the first 4.
I mean, honestly, if I had to pick, I mean, I do think Ortiz will win by knockout, but I do think he'll have to grind for this knockout. I'm thinking maybe a 9th round knockout, somewhere around there.
So that's your final pick.
That's my final pick.
Okay, new guy.
I'll say 8th round stoppage for Vergil Ortiz. It'll be exciting. I think early on, fire.
Yo, I'm sorry to cut you off. Like, can you like speak a little? Cause I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah,
damn, perfect. Okay. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I would say definitely I lean towards Ortiz in later rounds, somewhere 8 and 10, just to give a number. I'm not set for Pat. I'll say 8th round KO for Vergil Ortiz. Fairly exciting fight, but I mean, Hooker get worn down over time. Probably around to get worn down.
Word. Absolutely. P, what do you think?
I'm going with Ortiz in 6th round knockout.
Yeah, that's a sweet spot.
I think he's gonna catch him. I think he's gonna hurt him. And Ortiz is a really good finisher, so he knows. And that's the thing. He's like, if he wasn't the finisher that he was, I'd be like, okay, I give him. I would say it would be later, but I think when he catches him, he's gonna finish him, and it'll be over then. So I'm gonna say 6th round is the sweet spot. It'll be a good fight, back and forth, until Ortiz just gets the hang of him, and then I think he gets on the inside, and I think he just starts putting some hands on him, and then just finishing him off.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when you have 100%, KO ratio, you know how to put some dudes away, like that. So definitely, and he's put away some really good guys in a way. So it's like, he definitely has that real power behind his finishes. So
yeah, I feel like the sweet spot for this fight, for the stoppage, is anywhere between round 4 and 6. 7 maybe at the latest, but
after that, you probably think that Hooker probably overachieved.
yeah, definitely. Or Ortiz hurts his hand on his head or some shit, like, or I don't know, wrist problem. But yeah, definitely, like. So yeah, I think a 6th round stoppage is a good one. I might just say 5. How long was the Ramirez fight? What was it, 7 rounds? Not 6?
It's 6 rounds, I think.
God damn! With the law of averages, it should be a 3rd round this time. Then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean that fight was close too in the cards. Yeah, but yeah, if you do it for 7, 6. I mean that might, because like I said, either way, Hooker was still fighting good in that fight, so it wasn't.
Yeah, he was. It was a damn good fight. One of the, if you was to make a list of the top 10 fights of the year, it makes the bottom half.
Right, and that's
significance too, not just the fight, but like everything.
Yeah, like 140 was a. 140 is 140 has really still leveled up. It's a quality division. It's still very quality, and like I said, it was great to see unification like that. They weren't in the World Boxing Super Series, but at least they made that shit happen. They made the significant fights. It happened. After that, to set up a big unification, which we'll talk about later on in the when it gets closer to it. I think it's May or June or whatever. So
I'm gonna say 5th round. I think Ortiz is like the bigger, badder version of Ramirez, and
word.
I think he'll get him out there a little sooner than Ramirez, and I think he needs to make a statement.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, because if he like he needs to seize the moment. Now's the time. If he gets Hooker out of there, call for the Terrence Crawford fight.
Absolutely, yeah. You definitely got to do that.
Maybe he could look at that street and not the other street with Porter's on. So many streets in boxing.
Yeah, so someone has to make a fight happen. Like Ortiz can't be like floundering in that area. Like he had because Golden Boy has to eventually move him. Like they can't. Excuse me. Has to move him somewhere. Like he's passing his test.
Easy bake oven in the background.
Nigga, that's something else. That's my woman. She's just happy that she figured out HBO Max and how to set it up on her phone.
Damn.
I'm not even bullshitting either. That's really what it is.
I heard the little timer. I was like, oh shit, brownies. Okay. It was like 251. That's not bad. Because we all had a good breakfast.
We did. We don't know what Pilot had, for breakfast though. If he ate.
Oh yeah. We just jumped him in, like, dude literally rolled out the bed and we're like, podcast, fool, podcast. Make yourself. Boxing right now.
But this card though should be good though. Super Bad's on the card too, and
yes,
and also another one of Golden Boy's top prospects, if you want to call him that, Luis Hernandez, 21-0 with 19 KOs.
Yeah, when's Cobb? What's his name?
Blair Cobb.
Blair Cobb.
Actually, Blair, right? Blair the Flair.
Blair the Flair, yeah.
Yeah, I box wrecked me the other day because I was watching this early on the zone. I was like, usually, it's been a while, but he actually fought last month. I saw. Like, I'm pretty sure he fought last month.
I don't think. He didn't fight last month. He hasn't fought in a year.
Oh, in a year, really?
Yeah. And that was the fight he barely won.
I read that. Yeah, I was tripping. I may have read that 221. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that was on the Garcia Fonseca card. Yeah, that was a minute ago.
Yeah, it do feel that way. I feel like the boxing was just different back then.
Yeah, I'm saying like, but I mean, hopefully he does show up soon. I mean, he has flaws out the ass, and I'm not gonna lie. And then if you're gonna put Ortiz next after this, if he wins, I don't think Cobbs is the type of fighter that Ortiz is, but it might be entertaining because Cobbs is entertaining.
Cobbs is entertaining, like but
he might get destroyed for real though.
He might what?
He might get destroyed for real though if he fought Ortiz.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw him in with Ortiz yet. Like build him up a little bit more. Let him get more active.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, he almost lost his last fight, so.
But if you get Ortiz as a champion, like you could definitely play him up as a future opponent.
Absolutely.
Like promoters gotta, you gotta start thinking ahead. Like people that have these guys floating around in the divisions, not doing anything with them.
Exactly. I have the zone. Goddammit! I want to see some fights. Make them. Oscar. Yeah, you got focus now. You don't got Canelo anymore. Set up your card like you started with the Garcia Campbell card. You got to continue to you got to move your fighters now.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, it should be definitely a good card, entertaining card, Golden Boy for the most part, even if you disagree with how they move their fighters, like they generally do make very entertaining undercards.
Damn right, like them shits always move fast unless it's a Ryan Garcia card, because then they try to make it sound like he a superstar and they have all these interviews and shit and
word.
Yeah, like when Golden Boy give you a solid hardcore boxer fans card, like that shit usually does the damn thing.
Absolutely.
It's when they want to get Hollywood is when you're like Oscar.
Yeah, like I said, boxing sometimes wants to be carny. Boxing wants to be wrestling, and you gotta, yes, there are people who actually, like the aspect of that.
There's some Triller executives that would disagree with you.
Facts.
What? Fuck that. We're doing the bidding for Ring Gang. Like, what we not selling. No. We buying. Like, oh, word? That's new. Okay.
Yo, yeah, that's real though. I mean, there's no lies detected in that. Oh man, but yeah, no, it'll definitely be a really good card, and you should definitely tune in